You leave, you call me.
We are also gonna later be doing chicory. Colorful tale. Let's just make sure the stream is live properly.
I smell rabbit.
So we got a good bit rate going. Volume seems okay. I've adjusted the sound alerts audio volume, so hopefully those won't be too loud. And hopefully we won't have the game echoing as badly this time. It did echo a bit last time. So last time we were in the prison Meropide, and Lyney and Wriothesley got into a fight because Wriothesley wants to talk to the knave, which is father, which is Arlecchino? I can't pronounce her name, but she's like the adopted parent of all of the orphans. And then stuff was happening. And now we're going to the infirmary. If we can. Because there's poisonous water outside. And Freminet went outside. And that's unfortunate. Because he got poisoned. And we're in jail, but it's to figure out what happened to Childe. He went down a magic pipe and disappeared. And we're still trying to figure out why. But yeah. I think that's most of the summary of what's happening. There's a lot happening. We're midway through the story.
He's awake. Freminet, how do you feel?
Lyney. Lynette.
He was also slightly drunk.
Where am I?
The infirmary.
The infirmary at the fortress of Meropide, Mr. Freminet, and you are no longer in any danger. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Yeah, we figured that part out, buddy.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
What happened after you went in the pipes?
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Wait, are we getting a trial as Freminet? Or just a cutscene?
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Childe be?
Yep, we get to play as Freminet. Let's go. I wonder if there's any chests in this little flashback scene. I'm gonna go with no, but if there is, we can probably find them
This
when we come through
mechanism
here
looks
as
like it's
Traveler.
been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Solve a puzzle. Let's go. This is a fairly simple puzzle. Yeah, this is just like the ones in Honkai. Honkai Star Rail has a few things like this.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Okay. Sort of want to see his attack.
Frost is coming!
He has a little penguin. And then he has cryo on his sword. Makes sense. He has a cool looking sword. Oh, there's a hole. A pit.
This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Childe probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Alrighty.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction. There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here.
Interesting. He just sort of vanished.
Wait. What the... My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
And then he didn't make it. Okay, so I can do my little speed boost. Good. So hurry back, hurry back.
I can't die here. This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse, and I'm still underwater. I have to push on.
So, like, they immediately grabbed him, like, an hour after he made it outside of the pipe.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Childe could have gone, but there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clorinde brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
She's helping Wriothesley out.
Miss Clorinde, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak, Freminet. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clorinde will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Wriothesley was the one who invited her to come down here?
Yeah, duh.
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
I'll go talk to him.
It's about time he actually told us what's going on. Want to come with us, Lyney?
As long as you promise not to punch him this time, you can come with. But you can't
No,
punch him.
Please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Understandable.
Lyney.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
Okay, Lynette was in a little less danger than Lyney.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you.
Oh, we got an achievement from that. Go to the Duke's office. Oh, I need to go down, right? So just glide into the front door. Okay, Wriothesley, explain like everything.
Excuse me?
I take it Mr. Freminet's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Sigewinne?
I wanted to check up on Miss Clorinde. How are you feeling?
Because you also went into the poisoned water.
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my...
Well, want to explain yourself, Wriothesley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Please enlighten us as much as you'd like.
Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Oh, goody.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lyney's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
I mean, it's not hard.
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals. Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Childe's disappearance.
I mean, that's why we're
Lyney
here.
suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own.
I mean, that's Childe
Of course,
for you.
it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
Until it was clear they weren't just looking for Childe.
So you were hoping Lyney's group would just do your work for you.
He's also hoping you would do the work for him, because he knows you're here looking for Childe too.
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Freminet has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meropide is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Lyney's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true that you're also a former criminal?
I don't think that's a priority question, Paimon, but okay, yeah.
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Because they're like, oh, he's one of us, technically.
Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Clorinde down here?
Me, of course.
Like, who else?
I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Clorinde could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Freminet was part of that crisis?
I mean, if he had died out there, that would have been bad.
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
What's in the Forbidden Zone?
That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Childe's whereabouts.
And you already know that.
All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Freminet.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
I mean, it would save us time, and we can cross it off the list of things we need to research and study.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Sure.
Follow me.
What is the big bad secret? Come on. Oh. It was still in here? Why we're following him downstairs? Why? Oh, secret stairs. Always secret stairs.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Wriothesley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meropide is.
It's got a lot of secrets, okay? Down we go.
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
It's an elevator, guys. Come on. An elevator.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special. What a huge door!
That would be the big
There are
secret.
3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone.
3 solitary.
Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Okay, but what are in the 3 rooms? There's 3 big locked doors apparently in the prison.
Paimon
Called the
wasn't
Forbidden
thinking of
Zone.
keeping anything from them?
I don't know. We're just standing in one of the door, in front of one of the doors at the moment.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
We're gonna find out what it's containing. It's clearly just a magic containment cell for a super
Huh.
prisoner.
So there's a switch
I mean,
on the side.
Stand back.
you know they didn't take away the vision we had on us when we came into jail. They didn't take any of the visions
They all just
away
went up one by one.
from anyone who would. No, but like Lyney and Lynette were also faking coming into jail, and they didn't get theirs taken away. That's not how the visions work. They're just always on their person, visible, always.
Evidently not.
Go on, have a look.
Alright, what's in here? Oh, it's only me. That's never good.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meropide. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it.
So there's a door and then another door.
Have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position.
Oh no, it's pressure.
Likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
I'd say water pressure, but I know it's the darkness water stuff.
I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary.
It's the primordial water.
The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all.
How do you artificially increase water pressure?
Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis.
We already know the contamination is around the prison.
That and the symptoms that Freminet displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
Meaning no one should be going in the water. There's radiation.
Primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea.
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
It's continuously leaking into the sea.
That's very likely.
So there's just like a hole somewhere draining?
Forget about the two of us. Not even Neuvillette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find to plug a leak.
Childe did while he was escaping.
Yeah, released more.
In a cave of one of the springs.
Yeah.
Under the prison. Wonderful.
Find a plug to leak the hole.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate.
Oh, behind the gate,
reason,
they're
the primordial
currently
seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us.
Uh-oh.
If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea.
If the gate falls, we'll lose all of Fontaine.
Yeah, you know what the legends say.
That would be bad.
If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird. Why would the Fortress of Meropide be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
They didn't build it to be a prison the first time. They built it to, seal this gate, and then the prison was built on top. We're at the very bottom right now.
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest,
it's boring.
Might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meropide in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon Egeria ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves."
You guys get to go to the prison to guard what's in the prison.
Of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the Sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past.
Yeah.
After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
Yeah, he does. They don't usually make this
But
stuff
now
up.
you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Do you believe in prophecies?
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate.
Because it's not really a prophecy so much as a warning of if we get contaminated with this water, the whole nation will just die.
Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
So what do you plan to do about
Let's
it?
go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
So there's 3 of these gates. Trying to keep the seal closed.
This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Oh, you two have been doing experiments.
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone.
We're totally not doing experiments.
Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
Did you though?
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
We're special.
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
Yes, of course we are.
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
I guess that's a
How
reason
about some
enough.
reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
Yes.
Good.
Pretend
Saves
I
me
have.
a bit of time explaining.
Okay, because I don't
Edwin's
know.
main areas of research were
Oh, he's still
Archeon and
explaining it.
gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
I thought he just went to jail.
You want to blow up the fortress of Meropide?
No.
What a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
No, we cannot blow it up, guys.
Focus! Focus!
We are not actually blowing it up.
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
Was that really necessary, Paimon?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
You know, to travel together as partners, working on science stuff together.
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
Yeah, I think you're complaining a little too
If I
much.
dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Would you now?
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
It's just opening a door, Paimon. Come on.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Is this just a normal room? It is never just a normal room. Come on, man.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
We can see outside.
What a huge ship?
It's just a boat? Is it under the sea?
This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
We made a boat.
How much do you know about Fontainian history?
Not enough to know about a boat, but why do I feel like this is gonna be Noah's Ark?
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves.
That's cool, but Remus founded Rome. No, Remus was the one murdered, because Romulus formed Rome. But they're like, what if Remus got to form a kingdom, but it was in the ocean?
He called his nation Lemuria, and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
It sure is the Roman Empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's
It
worth
starts
of
in a few
labor, materials,
seconds.
and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Sure.
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
Can't you share your plan
Were
with
the
everyone?
workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe.
It's a
As the
lifeboat.
fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. All right, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions?
So many questions.
Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back.
I have so many more questions though. But okay. So the boat is the escape plan if the plug
leave you
actually
here for now.
explodes.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
Yeah. And whether or not we lead them to doing something stupid. We can't afford him fighting Wriothesley.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
To be fair, Lyney wants to stop the prophecy. That's like his priority. So if we tell him, hey, we're trying to stop the prophecy, he'll probably help.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
Because that's his priority, is stopping the prophecy. But also I want to get whatever Primo's getting from finishing parts of this.
We're back!
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
How can you be so much like Wriothesley, always drinking tea?
I think they just like tea, man.
Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now.
That he
While I
offered.
was sedated, I could still barely hear 2 people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Crazy.
Must have been Wriothesley and Sigewinne.
Just talking about tea.
I heard 1 male voice and 1 female, so it should have been the 2 of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place.
It's like they do something like sedate me and then just start talking about tea.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Wriothesley?
No. Wait, hold on. How much am I telling you?
He explained everything.
But we are not explaining everything to
Very
you.
well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
He sounds like his old self.
I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Good.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sigewinne is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions.
Yeah.
Firstly, why was Freminet affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Meropide.
This is correct.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
I mean, why else would it be contaminating the
That's
sea around the
already-
prison?
Secondly, Wriothesley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Childe for him.
So he didn't
What's
have to.
more, the fortress of Meropide is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Iudex Neuvillette. Wriothesley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Childe's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the 2 factions are pitted against each other, Wriothesley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the Infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
He's really on the money. Good for
You're
him.
super smart.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Wriothesley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Clorinde to help him out. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
I mean, I have a boat. I don't know if a boat will help. So we do share what we know. Not the time for fights. It's very important we team up.
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Wriothesley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Wriothesley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side, which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side.
Yay! We're on the side of not destroying
The
Fontaine.
2 of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the 3 of us basically see you as family now.
Aw, guys.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Lyney when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
I mean, I debated not doing it.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Don't mention it. Someone's hungry.
Paimon's hungry.
Yeah, of course you are.
Oh, you've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
Bye. Alright, we're still prisoners in jail. We forgot that part of the plot point. We've been focusing on so many other things. Like, I know we're in prison, but like, we're supposed to be doing prison work and stuff. To get our meals and all that.
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served in the coupon cafeteria.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Okay, don't give us weird meat. Okay?
Are you
Okay.
here for dinner too, Miss Sigewinne? Mm-hmm. And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Clorinde's dinner as well.
She gets a nice meal.
You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
This is the only place that provides food.
What would you like to eat?
We can choose.
Yes, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
The tastiest
Me too.
stuff.
Don't forget Paimon.
Not the biggest stuff, the tastiest stuff.
No problem. Just leave it to me. So
I don't.
delicious.
Free dinners are the
Is this how it
best.
feels to be freeloaders? Wait a second. We did do plenty of work after all.
We just didn't get
Beautiful
paid
yet?
for it.
How's the
Again.
Delicious.
Everything was
I'm
delicious.
so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see, the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment.
Great.
Sigewinne, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings? A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you. You're really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister.
Good job, Paimon.
Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear. Oh, and what did you mean back in Wriothesley's office? When you said that you were protecting Lyney and his siblings as well?
I mean, she doesn't want them to get hurt
Oh,
either.
that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water. Thankfully, Clorinde is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Clorinde left, to make sure that Lyney wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching.
How are we
They were
gonna go in the
instructed
pipes
to only
then?
open the door once Miss Clorinde had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Lyney as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger. You were all super considerate and really thought everything through.
Except for the part where you had to trank them to keep them
It's
calm.
just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Neuvillette would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
Okay, I don't think either of those things are things Neuvillette likes, but okay. It's hard to imagine him outside of his
Get a
office.
good night's rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Poor Clorinde. She's just been sitting in the corner waiting to get food. Can we talk to her? What's up?
Clorinde!
Ah, it's you two.
How's dinner?
It's all right. Miss Sigewinne really put in a lot of effort.
So we heard that Wriothesley invited you to come down to help, and you saved Freminet too. You sure work super fast.
Oh, it was child's play.
Still, Paimon didn't know even champion duelists could take on side jobs. Oh, and why aren't you eating with Sigewinne and the Duke? Won't you get bored eating by yourself?
Miss Sigewinne was with you, and the Duke has business of his own.
Well, then you should come sit with us next time.
Actually, didn't Navia say that you went out for dinner with her as well?
Yeah. First time in a long time.
First time in a long time? So you mean you've gone out to dinner with her in the past?
We were friends before I killed her dad.
In the past, yes.
Awkward.
You seem to be enjoying yourselves here.
It's technically a work trip for
Things
us.
will be getting messy at the fortress soon. Don't run around unnecessarily.
Sure thing. Okay, now we get to go to the dorms. Oh, the wheel thing's already gone. But I wanted to get another meal from it. Anyway, let's go to the dorms.
much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed. Paimon's super sleepy. Are you sleepy too?
Yeah, I'm also getting there. Let's just sleep. She passes out. She immediately fell asleep. Impressive.
Delicious. Paimon wants seconds for free.
For free. Good night, Paimon.
Out of my way! Get out of my way! What happened? Why is everyone running? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Uh-oh.
Who's yelling? Paimon still wants to sleep.
There's commotion. What's that sound? Paimon, wake up. We need to go out and see what's happening. Something's happening. The plot. The plot is happening. And we were sleeping through it. Again.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Oh no.
Hey, wait! What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
They're here! There you are! Oh, thank goodness!
You two.
We still in Laveroon. Do you know what happened here?
What's happening?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here.
You know, because you can just leave prison whenever you want. You can't, but when it's an emergency situation, we're just gonna get all the prisoners out now.
Laveroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks.
Aww.
Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
Aw, you thought we had no friends, but also, aw, you wanted to check.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea? Hey,
It's appreciated that you guys worry.
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us. Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
Isn't that gate at the very bottom? Yeah.
Oh no, it can't be that thing.
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
You guys need to leave. We'll be fine.
Go find the Duke. You two just go and get out. Go on without us.
Yeah, you two go to safety.
Hey, be careful.
No. Sure, as long as you two get out of here and get to safety.
Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Yeah.
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
We have a flooding breach. That's all you really have to say, is that we have a water main breach, and that things are gonna start flooding and losing pressure. Makes me feel like we're sort of in the Titanic. No offense. Okay, the Forbidden Zone is downstairs. Cool. But yeah, it's sort of making me think of the Titanic situations. Oh, we get a whole cutscene. Let's go.
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
Yeah, we don't have cryo yet. Yeah, careful. Don't touch the water. Don't touch the water. Oh my, that is so much primordial water. He's gonna Elsa. Oh yeah, he Elsa'd. He did the Elsa thing from... That's not gonna hold. That's ice. It's not gonna hold, man. It's not holding! Oh, that's purple now. Why is the water purple? Close the door, close the door. That's why we have multiple seals.
3, 2, 1.
Yep. Run, 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 run! Oh yeah. Oh, that was cool.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
So I have to tell Neuvillette because he's the water guy. He does
gate.
water stuff.
How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Okay, but what is Clorinde gonna do, man? She has Electro. How is she gonna stop the water?
Neuvillette, why are you here?
Well, we made it at least to the surface.
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately.
Tell Furina that things going bad.
Furina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Furina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Can you explain everything to me
Will do.
later?
You have my sincerest gratitude.
You help with the seal that's broken. Your friends are down there, and they need some help. Okay, let's go into the Opera House. Oh cool, the Fatui and the... Fun.
There are a ton of Fatui and Palais Mermonia people over there. The knave is probably here already. We need to hurry.
Just make sure
Are you
Furina
two
does
the
not make any
traveler in
promises.
Monsieur Neuvillette has left instructions. Please follow me. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Furina to the best of your abilities.
I will do my best. I'm actually protecting the Archon this time. Should just be tea. Well, it's not, but...
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Furina mentioned.
We just got out of jail. I mean, that's not important to this conversation, but we sure did just get out of prison.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
Sure.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the knave, one of the 11 Fatui harbingers.
Hello, knave. Pleasure to meet you
I've already
too.
prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Yay, we get
Perhaps
cake.
you two are unaware of how Miss Furina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time.
And we got together for tea.
See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Furina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
That sounds very fancy. Yeah, you should always be cautious
Traveler,
around the
what do you
Fatui.
think of this cake?
I think Paimon likes it
Good
too.
to hear. So what Childe said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Furina and I.
Childe knows what desserts we like. Why does Childe know this? And why does he also note that we like the same ones as you two? Yeah, Childe has no reason to know what our favorite dessert is.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
I have faith in his abilities.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Thank you for adding that to the conversation, Furina. Really helpful. Bad blood.
So you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Furina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Childe was subdued by Iudex Neuvillette right in front of you.
Yeah, he did try to, leave the court hearing in a fight.
Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Neuvillette.
I managed to find a few leads on his whereabouts.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Childe disappeared.
I mean, that's true.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Childe is still alive.
Do we, though? Do we know he's actually alive? We just know he went through the pipe, man. And then we haven't seen him in weeks. He could be dead out there.
Oh. And just how do you know that?
We don't. That's the problem.
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Meropide.
But that doesn't prove he's alive right now.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
The ocean.
Well...
Just left us wide open.
The Fortress of Meropide lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
And he's not just down at the bottom of the sea? Yes, we totally have proof. We do not have proof. But we also haven't found the body. So he's probably maybe not dead.
That is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf.
How nice of you to read his personal letters from his family.
Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the Opera House. Is it something like that?
I mean, did we read the letters? At least distracted from Furina. Sounds good to me.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
Furina?
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
That is tea, Paimon. That is tea in a teacup.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Furina.
I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Maybe. Here we go. Here we go.
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
He's literally the water dragon, but that's not the point. Okay, let's make him do something cool. Oh no, my timer. Come on, man, I can't pause.
day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth.
I'm back. I'm
But
sort
it is
of
not
pissed.
this day.
Okay.
This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
So he's just gonna put it back. Put back the seal.
This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
I missed like a few lines and I don't know what's happening.
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
He would fix it, but only for now.
You made a bet?
On if you would die or not.
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Clorinde thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
It is extremely confidential.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
I mean, you all like tea for some stupid reason.
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
But it is.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
Yeah.
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Especially when the Knave and Furina are chatting.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
They just really awkwardly talked for like 30 minutes, it looks like.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house. Miss Furina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
No, I totally know what's happening.
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontainian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable?
Why are you not acting? Which is a valid
The prophecy's
critique.
hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Heart have devoted everything to saving their homeland.
And you're not doing anything.
But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
Ooh.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
Okay, but you have just been sitting here eating cake.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
Okay, but are you actually doing anything? Okay, she's not putting up a front. She's serious.
Then I ask you,
for
Miss
once.
Furina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
Okay, yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like, what's your plan here? Yeah, he's like, wait, is she making stuff up?
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
Yeah, you're making up nonsense now.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
You know, the evacuation plans? That at least would be helpful. So we could all teamwork together on evacuating people.
An emergency response plan?
You don't even have a plan to evacuate people. This is gonna be a disaster.
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Because I haven't thought it up yet.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Furina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal?
You know, that word.
And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
Use it to seal the thing?
Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
No, it's not.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Furina.
Oh, another person at play.
I first caught wind of this when Lyney tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Furina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
He went on his own because the prison is exploding.
Yeah, yes.
Furina, you have no idea where he is.
Please keep it a secret for me.
You have no idea where he is right now.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Furina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
No one has touched the cake. It was to go down and stop the door, man. Yeah, the Primordial Sea. Can he do that all by himself? And is Furina just lying?
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise.
That feels underhanded, but
You
okay.
too, Paimon.
Paimon, you deserve the extra slice. Have it.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
Paimon will eat the cake, because Paimon is stupid. We did, in fact, eat the cake.
Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Furina's table, and I was merely catering to Miss Furina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea.
I don't know about chatting, man.
It is getting
more
late.
Like arguing.
Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well.
Okay,
we'll
bye.
End it here.
We at least did not,
we could use the
mess anything
opportunity
up.
to discuss Childe before I must be on my way.
Yeah, I saw that one coming.
Paimon's coming too!
Paimon always comes. She's our mediator. Furina, you good?
The tea party turned out to be even more difficult than I'd imagined.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that? Is something the matter? If there's nothing urgent, then I shall be retiring for now.
Sure. Have fun with that. We're gonna go talk to the knave. Gonna go talk to father. Oh, there's just a fancy tea room over there? Interesting. Figured that would be the behind the stage area, but no. It's for Furina's tea parties. How much did Lyney explain?
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Childe was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
We really are the only person that cares. We are the only person that cares where Childe is right now.
That's what Paimon thought.
What do you want to say?
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude.
I didn't think that's what you wanted to talk about.
Do I look like an irresponsible father to you? The House of the Hearth is very important to me. You should know that I care deeply about my children.
You sure there's nothing else you wanted to say?
That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meropide. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Lyney, Lynette, and Freminet are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them. Especially Lyney.
He punched Wriothesley. Well, he tried to punch Wriothesley. You should be proud of him for that one.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Lyney's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Furina?
I can't get a read, and that's concerning. She's like Venti, but doesn't actually have a plan afterwards. Venti at least had a plan afterwards. Like, the drunk bard thing isn't a front, but when it's serious, he has a plan and he does it. Furina does not have any plans. She just acts like she does.
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Childe was declared guilty and immediately transported to the fortress of Meropide.
Unfortunate.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused?
But he didn't commit a crime, man!
Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Furina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that She often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Oh? Come over here, you little critter, you! You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Furina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed.
There is not, in
It's
fact,
just
a
as I
gnosis.
guessed in the second before I struck. The hydrognosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Oh, she's under a curse? Interesting.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please don't kill me. I'm begging you, please.
Okay, the fact that the god can just be killed on a whim, and no one's put that together yet. You know how many assassination attempts would happen if they figured out she was that weak?
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Furina dares not mention this incident to anyone.
I mean, yeah.
Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Furina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake.
Oh no. She's not eating the cake.
There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Iudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article.
But he's just the water dragon.
I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the fortress of Meropide. Master Childe has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork of that Wriothesley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Iudex Neuvillette. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Go to jail.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Furina and Iudex Neuvillette. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of Meropide will be a front. Lyney and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering. You should know the rest. Lyney's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
No, I don't think so.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
Are we really surprised? I mean, how else is she gonna take the Gnosis? Vinti's Gnosis was stolen the same way.
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Furina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
Alright then.
I guess we'll just ignore that tidbit.
I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Furina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Iudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either.
How'd you come to that conclusion?
I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Iudex Neuvillette or Furina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon. Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth.
I mean, that is sort of funny, not knowing who is actually the god of your, nation.
Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you.
Interesting. I mean, we haven't really done anything to upset you, other than everything we've done with the other Fatui agents of the other nations. But I guess you really don't care about the Tsaritsa. Then again, she got X'd off by the Raiden and not by us. So technically it wasn't our fault.
You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve. And as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday.
Oh, and there is Neuvillette.
He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
So, she did not assassinate the Hydro Archon, or attempt to while we were there. She's just attempted it in the past.
Neuvillette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur.
Uh-oh.
Thank you for protecting Furina.
What happened?
To put it simply, I used my power to force back the Primordial Sea and reseal the sluice gate.
What happened on our side? We had a really awkward tea party.
So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Furina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives. Permission granted.
No. No, it does not, but okay, yeah. If you have enough power.
It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though.
He's not the real Hydro Archon. It would be funny twist if they did that. If they did all of this, like, advertising just to be like, actually, you already have the Hydro Archon. Because it's Neuvillette. You don't actually have to get Furina. But he's a water dragon.
You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you. You guys in Fontaine are super strange.
He's just a water dragon.
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Furina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics.
What did you sense
I believe
the fortress?
so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
Almost like the Hydro Dragon is depressed. And it rains whenever he's depressed. Yeah. Yep. You know, whenever he feels sad, it rains. Yeah, I was like, wait, you're a water dragon, aren't you?
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
I am very close to the truth. Thank you.
Oh? And what are you thinking?
Oh, he's just the water dragon.
The dragon of... what?
He's a water dragon, Paimon. Come on.
Huh?
Come on, keep up.
Please do not be so surprised.
I'm not. Paimon is. That means she's the Archon and we're done.
Neuvillette! Neuvillette, are you listening?
Paimon, shut up.
My apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right? Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
He's gonna plead the fifth, which doesn't exist.
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Okay, so he did confirm it. Okay.
Right, of course. We'll definitely help you keep it a secret.
He's the Leviathan.
There's still something
which is
Grandma
his
wants to ask
constellation.
you, though.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
You know, since you control water?
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
The Gnosises are made from the powers of the 7 elemental dragons, which is why they have the same elements as the elemental dragons.
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
Yeah.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history.
Unlike Epep, who's been here the whole time.
In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
How are we supposed to solve it
I still have
then?
some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Okay, wait, do we have to go back to jail now? Are we done with our jail mission or no?
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meropide? Paimon is a little worried.
Okay, so we're just gonna walk into jail now. Great.
We'll see you another time.
Did we ever finish serving our fake term? Learn what everyone's doing down in the prison. Cool. Oh. Yeah, I should have never do that. That was a bad idea. Cause yeah, that takes away my quest, Primos. Noted.
You leave, you come.
I guess it counts as my 4 daily commissions, but yeah. It doesn't give as many Primo gems. And so I lost out on my gems. Oh, that's frustrating. Yeah, learn he's the water dragon. Great. I just find it funny that the prison's all the way over here. Even though, like, that entrance thing is from, like, a hole here into there, and somehow it leads all the way over here. Oh, I guess it's the boat pipe. And we just ride it the whole way over. Guess that vaguely makes sense, but still a little weird. Okay, let's go to the infirmary first. 'Cause that's where the siblings are.
Now guess, what suit will this next card be?
A bare-teeth cat?
Well, well, look who it is.
Is that just... Wait, isn't that what all of his cards have on them? Is that the joke?
Traveler, Paimon.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're recovering nicely, Freminet.
Mm-hmm. Thanks to everyone's support. Oh, right. I managed to work up the courage to thank Miss Clorinde in person.
Good job, buddy.
Oh, how did she react?
She probably said whatever.
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all. She also told me not to worry about it.
Yeah. She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's best not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the opera house and we met the knave.
You met Father? Did she say anything to you?
A lot of things. Very confusing things.
She said a few things that were, a bit hard to understand. And also that she's looking forward to working with us in the future.
It was a little surprising.
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. That's fantastic.
We're so glad our father likes you.
You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
Yay.
Mm-hmm. Father is very capable, and also trustworthy.
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Lyney was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Because others are willing to help.
Got it.
That does sound like something that Father would say.
that she wants to help her kid more, and the kid is trying to be self-sufficient.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
Yes.
Looks like it, yeah.
Excellent. I will host a tea party.
In jail.
For real? Then Paimon wants another serving of cake.
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there. How lovely. Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snacks with us.
In jail. Alright, let's ask what the others are up to. Wait, can we talk to these guys separately?
We should start preparing that tea party.
Okay.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm all for it.
I'll help you set it up.
Great. They're making a tea party. I'll go talk to everyone else now. Oh, it's the two gossiping guys. You guys good?
You guys are back?
Crystal! Macaroon!
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down here, right?
Wait, how did you know we were allowed?
No, not at all.
And here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion. I'd held you up as legendary jailbreakers, but now you're telling me you just never left?
We didn't even bother trying to escape.
We're sorry, but we just had some business to take care of.
That included leaving jail. And then we willingly came back to jail. Like, we do know we're not here on real crime charges, right? And we don't actually have to serve the full sentence. And yet here we are, trying to serve the full sentence.
All right. There's no need to get caught up in the details. We're just relieved to see you. He was super worried about you, you know.
Aww.
Hey, it wasn't just me. Weren't you super worried as well?
You guys were
something
worried.
Like that, yeah. I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto mumbling to the carrots. Are those two all right? Do you think they made it out alive? Whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine. Wherever they are, they're kicking back with drinks in hand, enjoying the lovely scenery.
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with worrying about your prison pals. Is there? I mean, considering how they always love listening to all my gossip.
We sure did.
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met them.
I'm sure you've skyrocketed
Oh,
the
well,
quality.
if you say so. I'll be watching you to make sure you finish every last bite.
Okay, sure. We do usually eat the meals. Unless they get weird. But then we know you didn't make it, and Sigewinne made it instead. Anyway, I'm going in there last. Let's see what's up at the cafeteria. Oh wow, it's Sigewinne. Okay, Bran, give me my welfare meal. Cool. I'm just gonna pick those up every day.
Traveler, Paimon, you're back.
Build a
Are you still doing
stockpile.
all right? Did either of you get hurt?
We're doing great.
We're fine, but what about you guys? It was such a huge mess. How bad was it? A few people sustained superficial injuries, but that's about the extent of the damage. Monsieur Neuvillette paid us a visit. It was all thanks to him that we managed to suppress the crisis for the time being. Oh, of course, we must also thank you for the help you provided. How did Neuvillette know that he was needed here?
The water was doing bad
Monsieur
water
Neuvillette
things.
has strong resonance with the
Yeah.
hydro element. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves produced. I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded. They were mumbling the whole time about how you just ran down without a word. I'm so relieved to see that you're both alright.
Yeah, we sort of went in the wrong direction when everyone else was going up to a safer altitudes. But we're fine. We did it on purpose.
If you're not too pressed for time, please stay with us a few more days.
Sure.
Just let me know if you get a craving for any particular dish, so I can have Mr. Wolsey get your meals prepared. Oh, and please feel free to visit the infirmary for a break at any time. I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well. Your happy
that still
smiles are
sounds
quite
weird.
contagious, you know. They're so memorable, and I've missed them immensely while you were gone.
We were gone like for a few hours. Why is everyone acting like we were gone for days? Oh, I need to go down. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's go see what the ice or the new seal looks like. Oh, this is a different... Right. What are you guys doing?
Courier, Miss Sigewinne told me you still haven't eaten.
Yeah, I was working on something, so I forgot.
Nerds. They do this too
That's
often.
no excuse for... Huh? It's you two.
Courier, Lurvine, we're back!
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here recently. How have you been?
We're fine.
And you? Are you still taking the secret passageway from the infirmary to work on the ship?
Yep. That is still top secret, though, so don't say a word to anyone.
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but I still prefer taking that route over the one from the Duke's office.
Why?
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier for you to slack off.
Oh yeah? Then why are you also here so much?
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
Oh, yes. They're very much doing
Not
that.
at all!
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. They're gonna be revealed to be together, and it's not a surprise. Anyway, can't wait to see the big ship. Finished. I also want to go in there. Wonder when they'll make that part of the map. Okay, Wriothesley's in his office. No surprise there. Okay, what's up, my guy?
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making it to the surface? Some strange winds blowing of late.
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing. Is everything still alright?
I mean...
We're fine, for the most part. Neuvillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Why don't you just ask him to stay here with you forever? Because that's a little too forward, Paimon. A little too forward.
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Udex himself to exchange the courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere.
I don't think that's gonna work.
He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sigewinne's gift with him, though.
That's good.
He sure sounds super busy.
Miss Clorinde has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sigewinne.
Were the gifts milkshakes?
Neuvillette got the milkshake. Clorinde received lipstick instead.
Those aren't even remotely alike.
Well, it's Neuvillette's own fault for making Sigewinne worried about his health by working so much.
Yeah.
But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out beauty products for the ladies.
Why?
Oh, and I have some gifts here for you as well.
Are these from Sigewinne too?
Nope, they're from yours truly.
Is it tea? Is it just tea?
You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
Are you giving us room and board for the next, 15 days?
For real? Then we could stay here for a really long time?
Is food still covered?
You may access the cafeteria for free.
Paimon is the only one to be like, yay, we get a free bed in jail. It's like, why, Paimon?
Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your release.
Oh no, paperwork. And then we get to go sleep in our dorms. Yay. Also, the courts of Fontaine have not paid us yet. And we were supposed to be very well compensated for doing all this work for them. Neuvillette better pay us in Mora. He owes us, so much Mora for this. And we're off to sleep.
We're back in our cell again. We're no longer prisoners though, so it really doesn't feel the same.
Feels like a weight off our shoulders.
Sure feels that way. But the truth is, we never did anything bad to begin with, so I'm not sure why we put so much pressure on ourselves.
Yeah, it's like there's not really a difference between sleeping here now and sleeping here before. We were never guilty to begin with. Is there something you'd like to say?
How did you know?
Because usually you immediately go to
Hey,
sleep.
that's not true. All right. Okay, Paimon just wanted to say that we really are an amazing duo after all.
Did you ever question that we were?
It's like we've now gone to so many places together and become friends with so many people. We've never stopped traveling or stopped meeting new friends.
Yeah?
There are so many bad things in the world, and we're just two people, but we've still been solving problems no matter where we go. Isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah, we're the best adventurers ever. But why are you bringing this up now?
Paimon today? Aren't you the only adventurer here?
Being a guide counts too.
To give Paimon an adventurer handbook as well. Paimon will also be an adventurer from today forward.
I hate to tell you, they'll consider you too young to get a book.
Just our thoughts making Paimon giddy. Oh, Paimon's gonna crash, so you sleep soon too. The last time we fell asleep here, we woke up to a whole mess outside our cell. The primordial seawater nearly rose up. That was so scary. We should be safe now, right?
We'll be fine. Even though we are sleeping on top of a ticking time bomb. Good night, Paimon. get another child dream. Let's go. The whale! Oh man, it's the whale! It sure is a really big whale, man! That's all you get. That's it. That's all you get a child. Is him seeing a giant whale. I'm so concerned. Okay, let's give Traveler this. Unlock it. Claim the keys. This one's still currently going, but then I can also do his. Eventually, I probably need to sit down and do these. I'm confused as to which one would be interfered with at this point, because we just finished everything else. Wait, we can still do these?
Paimon has so many questions about his true identity. Let's go talk to him and find out.
No, we're not gonna bother Neuvillette today. We're fine. We're good. Let's go see what this kitchen quest is. See if we can still complete it. Just trying to get to the daily quest, man. What is the story? Other stories. I'm not good at making coffee. I'm ready. What? Add coffee. Add coffee. Okay, I made coffee. Here, have your coffee. Aw, poor dear's tired. is a mini game where I can just cook and sell tea. Okay then. You know what? It's faster if I just go up here. I am so close. There's so many more of these now. I need to switch to the friendship XP team. This one. So I can at least talk to Catherine. Get those primo gems and friendship XP. Because I'm also realizing, because I did those other things, I also missed out on the friendship XP.
Thank you for completing
of the daily quests. And that's also sort of annoying.
Ad Astra Abyss.
Yeah, I got 85 and 51. I'm actually low on mint. Weird. Wait, don't other... Oh, that has sweet flowers, but not mint. $300 and 4. Wait, do literally none of the other ones do mint? It's not like I need a lot of mint, but I didn't know this was the only one to do mint. Huh. Oh, the forge. Right. Oh, okay. I'm like, why are we in the table? Come on, man. Boom, our rocks. Oh, did we get something in our inventory? Wait, where'd the other one go? Did we only get one? Okay. That's sort of weird, but okay. Yeah, equip the itty bitty octo baby. It's the little friend we have. Now got achievements. We did not, in fact, get Eldridge Childe this time, and I'm sort of disappointed. We might get a next update at this point. We might get a second Childe weekly boss fight. Wouldn't that be funny? To be like, we updated one of the oldest boss fights in the game with a new version. Here you go. it still sucks. It still sucks to fight the whale. I think I'm gonna do some wishes on Hu Tao. So yeah, I have at least 1 10 pull. I counted, I'm at like 26 wishes. So now I'm at 36. And I have enough masterless glitter to buy another one of the singles. Yep. I'm probably not gonna make enough to get Hu Tao, but I only need 2 more wishes. Let's start this quest. This temporary event quest.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Disclaimer. A violet glow jellyfish. So you're looking for an adventurer. Yes, yes we are. I am both a diver and an adventurer. Bought pets just to release them. Oh no. Getting off track again, my guy. Fine, what do I need to do? Okay, so we got our daily thing, and there's at least 2 of them unlocked. So let's get the Stingray ability while we're here. Okay, so I just sort of pick them up. Woo, that was the last group. It's cool. Okay, next area. Oh wait, shoot, that's not it. Okay. Which way is it? Okay, I am facing it. There it is. Wait, what's with this echoing conch? Come on, machine die. There we go. Oh, it's for that machine. Okay. That wasn't right. There's one done. Okay, but where, oh where is a purple one? There. Maybe. Okay, nope, it was a seal. Here? Yep, there it is. Woo, chest. Let's go to the actual daily or the temporary event challenge. Oh. Found enough jellyfish. Okay. Give me my primo gems. And I've already done the challenges. Well, I didn't do theirs, but I literally do not need their challenges. What do you mean there's Sealy under the water? Okay, I see what I need to do though. Oh. It's not fully what I needed to do. Oh, these guys. Made it back. Question is, where are the other ones? Because Sealies are hard to see. When everything is blue like this, a Sealy is not going to be an easy thing to notice. Oh, there was another rock. Nope, you're not it. Is it this one? There we go. Hi, Sealy. Okay, one more. That's a flower. probably linked to this thing. There we go. Lastly. Now open the bubble. What are the fish doing? Oh, they're surrounding a chest. Hey, I got a chest. Good job, team. Okay, I'm like, what do you mean there's also one of these? There's also a hydro thing out here. It's because it launches me all the way up to the hydro thing. Oh, that's really far up. Yep, there it is. Boom. Got it. Ah, yes, those chests.
Next on the agenda.
Probably shouldn't fight you with this team. This team of no one with that any actual artifacts or levels.
Bow your head.
Ship on up. Access denied for Rex Lapis.
What a drag.
And no healers. Yeah, this is bad. This isn't bad.
Born of ice and frost. Over here.
Settle down. Be sanctified.
No touching.
Bow your head.
Surprise! Access denied. This is long overdue. Next on the agenda, let the magic begin! Over here!
Does like no damage right now.
Settle down.
Ship on up!
The tides beckon. Bow your head.
Surprise!
Settle down.
Born of ice and frost.
Oh dear. There she goes.
Bow your head.
All hail! There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
got the chest. Let's go heal the team and then change to a different team. Any other team can fight better than these guys at the moment. Like this team, that I don't even remember why I made it. So I think this is one of the world quests I can complete to get that up another level.
Judgment!
Solidify!
Into the wind!
Huh? Yeah!
The wind knows me.
Judgment!
Stabilize!
There we go. They look fine to me. Did the preacher premises come after other flowers? Look for clues. The gear.
Wind strider.
Okay. The jellyfish are flowers. You're invested in her career, man. You don't need to be obsessed with the rewards. But yep, we got jellyfish.
Gather!
Let's light it up!
Solidify!
You can't run!
was a Fontaine reward quest. Cool. That means I can get the Fontaine world level up.
Follow the wind.
One step closer to getting the treasure compass and the Hydro Oculus tracker. Which has been my main goal, man. Because, yeah, these are what I need. Oh, it's the special event notification. It keeps popping up. It's just gonna... Yep, give me a QR code. Okay. Then it's Bennett's exclamation mark. Wait. I am almost there for wishing. And I know how to quickly get the last little bit I need. So let's go into the abyss. Because I haven't done floors in a minute. Treasure hoarders and mechs. Ooh, they finally changed up who's in here. You know how long it's taken them to change up who's in here? Okay. So Pyro needs to be on the first half. Hydro Cryo on the second half. Wait, which half has all the pickup? They both do. I think Venti would be better on the first half. Along with Bennett. And Electro, so Raiden. And Nahida, because that's how that usually goes. Kazuha. Kokome. Rosaria. And I think Electro on that side would also be good. So... Catching? I don't use catching often. Maybe catching. Let's do this one.
Another test subject.
This may hurt a little. Brace yourself.
Oh, I don't have Hydro on this.
Think you can get away?
I got Childe.
I feel like today.
The wrong test
Bro.
test subject.
Everybody stand back. Here we go. Time for takeoff. Shine down. A minute's memory.
There we go. The other side.
Let's get down to business.
Into the wind.
Allow me. Judgment. Light out. With sword comes shadow. Don't blink.
The theory. Test subject.
Incoming.
The wrong test subject.
Rest and rebuild.
One with nature.
Nowhere to hide.
There we go. And continue.
This may hurt a little. Sharing my knowledge. Yahoo!
Teamwork is dreamwork. Now you shall perish.
Let's play. What a gliding these.
Off we go. Everybody stand back.
Grow.
There is no...
Darn it. Okay. Need you to die so that the... Yeah.
Freeze.
Think you can get away?
Oh, damn it. These guys are way too far away.
Freeze. The wrong test subject.
Torn to oblivion.
Think writing glitched for 2 seconds? Hard to say for sure. It didn't load in her posing correctly just then.
Allow me. I'll be fine.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
You can't run. Punishment.
Let's move it. Hold the line.
I got careless. Have a little
To the
cake.
cake.
Try.
Don't blink. Hey!
Picked the
Judgment.
wrong test subject.
Clouds hide, the birds call. Into the wind.
Rest and rebuild.
Yeah!
Speed of light.
The wind knows me.
There we go. That looked cool. Okay. Continue.
Here we go. Time for takeoff.
Is that a buff thing? Or is that
Light it
a...
up! I'm going in!
This may hurt a little.
Shine down!
Yeah, I think it applies hydro to them. Okay.
Insolent. Yahoo! Commit to memory. Make yourselves at home.
Everybody stand back! Now you shall perish!
Brace yourselves.
There you are.
Think
Like,
you
where
can
did
get
you
away?
go?
This may hurt a little.
There is no escape! Then teamwork is dreamwork! Torn to oblivion!
There we go.
Pay your dues.
Hold the line.
Judgment! Shiver!
Don't blink! With sword comes shadow.
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night. Leaving so soon.
Allow me. Cut to the chase.
Boom. Done. Continue. Give me my rewards, please. There we go. That's not enough. I need to do the second one. Darn it. Wait, no, that is enough. Okay. Let's do this temple. And then I think we'll be calling the Genshin stream. But we'll be back later on with Chicory, so this is not the last stream for today. We're just doing an earlier Genshin stream to wrap up the main Archon quest. So we'll be back to Genshin next Wednesday like usual, and we'll be doing Neuvillette. And maybe Lyney's? We might go back and do Lyney's character quest. I mean, there's no reason not to. But now we're at like 46 or so wishes, I believe. So yeah, we're working our way to getting Hu Tao maybe before her banner ends. We'll see. Hopefully with all the primos we get for it being the 1 year or the 3 year anniversary, it's anniversary week, so they're giving out a lot of rewards and stuff. Not that good. And nope. And no. Darn it. None of the artifacts were good. But yep, I'll see you guys later for Chicory, and we'll be back with more Genshin next week.